had pickup trucks with gun racks in it. Straight up.
No, where you at? Not where I'm at.
Yeah.
Hell no, you'll go to jail if you see some shit like that.
Not
Yeah,
well. Yeah, but I was also
not
a
in
different.
Baltimore.
It was a different time.
Different time and place because you're going straight to jail if
Yeah,
they
yeah.
even see a gun rack in your car.
Welcome back to the Oddly Enough podcast.
Cast.
Let's get her
Welcome
done.
back, Tristan.
What's the deal, Jeff?
Not much. We were just talking about content and business before we hit record.
Absolutely.
I was just thinking, so one of my last guests, his name was Ben's 47. And, he's a young artist here in Jacksonville. And something he was talking about, he's like, if you're going to just post like two episodes or two reels a day or whatever, he's like, get the fuck out of my face with that bullshit. He's like, if you ain't posting all day, he's like, you don't want it, and I'm like, well,
It's kind of true.
it was true, but I was also thinking, damn,
Time management.
that's kind of me, but there is the scheduling thing, but I'm also like, he said, fucking repost shit, be annoying as fuck, he's like, I don't give a shit, like, and that's a real thing. If you're trying to like grow your shit on Instagram, like I feel like that is a very useful piece of advice, and something I don't think about a lot because I don't want to be annoying, but to the existing followers I have. But if we're continually just uploading and re-uploading and eventually it gets pushed out past your current followers.
Facts.
I think that's the goal, honestly. And it's something, it's funny because, my friend Uzi, the one that you talked to,
Shout out to Uzi.
yeah, big dog. He he posted some shit the other day on Facebook talking about I can't remember how many people he's got following him, but he's like, out of this many people that follow me, he's like, all my friends don't react, they don't share, they don't comment, they don't watch, they don't do nothing. He's like, fucking all these strangers. But that's
Yep.
something I've always told people, is like, strangers will treat your content much better every time. It's just the
But
way it
should
is.
we get? But should we be disappointed that our
No,
family or friends because
no,
and I'm starting to get that way where I'm like no because there's more numbers in strangers than there is your family and your friends.
right. That part. And
And I don't think a lot of people look at it like that.
and not only that, but are you making content for your friends and family, or are you making content for the world?
There you go. There you go.
You know what I'm saying? You got to just change your mindset a little bit. And I know I need to change mine. I've got I have to organize my brain and my life and all the things that I do. I need to be better about it. And um, you know, I do a lot of shit just like you do, but it's like I'm doing all this stuff and I'm thinking to myself, what for? Why am I doing,
Oof.
why am I still doing all this stuff? I
Tell me
question
about it.
myself all the time, like, why do I
Every
do,
day.
yeah, why do I do my podcast? Why do I post stupid shit on fucking Instagram? Why do and ultimately, honestly, I don't have an answer for that, but I don't get paid for any of it.
No.
Would be nice to, but would be nice, don't pay the bills, so it's like you've got, if you're gonna do that thing, if that's what you want to do, motherfucker, you gotta hustle.
Yeah.
And I know I need to do better at hustling. And I mean, how hard is it, dude? Like I sit on my couch in the afternoon after work and I literally do nothing. I'll doom scroll or watch anime. And all that time I could be spending re-uploading things. Or just taking old reels and just re-uploading them to my story.
Facts. Facts.
That's the easiest thing to do.
Not even just your story, just your reels, just putting it up as a reel again. Because guess what? There's times where I'm not on the phone all day. So
Right.
I'm gonna miss content.
Mhm.
But if that person reposts it and then I see it that day and I'm like, oh, this is cool. I don't know that it was just from 3 months ago. I just know it's new to me and I think it's cool. You get what I mean? So I really believe, every once in a while, yeah, you gotta just revamp. Matter of fact, there's a guy, I forgot the name of him. He does skits. Well, I'm not gonna say skits because he does 4 episodes of stuff. Like they're pretty good, really good actually. And he said he did this whole series. Nobody watched it. He said he was mad. He not mad. He was just so disappointed. He was just like, man, I don't know if I should be still doing this, and the third. I'm working this dead end job. I'm doing this. I'm doing the work. Nobody cares. He said he went maybe about a year later and posted the same clips on
Right.
TikTok, and
Hmm.
it went crazy. He said he don't know what he did. He just posted them, but it's the same stuff he posted a year ago, and it just went crazy. And he quit his job, and he's just been doing content ever since then, making pretty much mini series. You know what I'm saying? Like because
Mm.
he's doing the whole thing himself with like one camera.
Yeah.
You know, so
That's
I,
cool.
I it's just you just never know. You just never know. It could be today where that content just don't make no sense, but in a year it makes sense, or it just don't
Hmm.
make no sense at all. It's up and down. But if you believe in it, because there's most stupidest songs out. There's a song where the lady say, "Just like an owl comes out at night, my coochie comes out late at night," and it doesn't sound like the way I say it. Of course, it's more jazzy. You know what I mean?
Well, I would
Night
hope there's more of
owl.
a tune.
And she does this stupid ass dance and stuff. But guess what? Every time I hear it, I'm like, who? I don't.
It's
I'm
catchy.
not down. I'm not downloading the song. I'm not following the lady. But every time it comes up on my timeline, I'm dancing to it. I don't really care about it, but it's cool content.
It's
It's
stuck in your
funny.
head like the
It,
hold music.
kind of like that. Kind of like that. Yes. And I would say to people that, because I've even thought about it myself, like if you're not a person that is willing to embarrass yourself in the internet, don't do it. Just keep the content that you're doing. Figure out your name, your lane, your niche. Whether it's, hey, I'm a photographer, I want to show people how to do certain things in photography. Hey, I like to edit, so I'm gonna show people how to do editing. Hey, I'm a sneakerhead, so I'm gonna go and gonna whatever it is, just find that and just keep doing it and
Yeah.
just build on it and figure out different ways of showing people what you like. You know, and that's where I'm at with my platform. Is like, hey, post these reels and shit to get people to come to the page, and then hey, it's me and Jim face on here, on here. Hey, it's me. This behind the scenes work I'm doing over here because nobody cares about the other shit that I'm doing because I'm not a celebrity. We're
Yeah.
not celebrities. We're not
You're a celebrity to
influencers.
me, sir.
You know what I'm saying? But we're the people that's actually doing the work. Nobody. I'm not gonna say nobody. There's people that don't admire the behind the scenes, but there's also people that do.
Well, every celebrity started out somewhere,
True,
you know.
true. But people don't
Every
want to acknowledge that.
yeah, every somebody was a nobody at once, one time in their life.
And you could fake the whole nobody thing. That's another thing. I'm not willing to fake the funk of what I'm doing. I'm
Mm.
always like we talked about this. I think even the podcast before. I'm gonna always show you the messed up side of things or the things that were harder. I'm never gonna just show you, hey, I might post 5 clips of me just finishing up this great project. But guess what? I'm
Mhm.
gonna show you the hard bull crap that I went through behind the scenes before we even got here.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? I'm gonna show you the gritty parts. I'm gonna show you all of that because you need to know that. Everything doesn't just go straight line. It's just because I made it look good. Michael Jordan could make things shit look good, but he wasn't the best player at North Carolina.
No,
He wasn't. He was worse. You
North
know what I'm saying?
Carolina. I don't play.
I'm,
I
I'm not
don't
not
follow
North Carolina. I'm
basketball.
sorry. On his high school team. His high school team. He was the worst player on his high school team
Really?
and became the most whoever it is. So you just don't know.
But he worked
You
at it.
know, of course. But you
Yeah.
worked at it. But the whole time, nobody cared about MJ. He was just Michael Jordan. Now
Yeah.
he's Michael
Look at
Jordan's a
Michael
brand.
Jordan.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To the point where your wife could take half of billions and you still a billionaire. Insane, right?
It's not half. It's 2/3. Um.
Shit, that's half to me.
Are y'all having issues with the fires out by you with the
So
smoke and
yes,
stuff?
so they sent the
Burn ban?
um yeah, yeah. So nobody can do any burning or anything like that. And they
Yeah.
said it's a drought. But I'm like, all that rain we got not too long ago, what did y'all do with all that water?
It's the driest time of the year. It always is. And
Yeah, this is the
apparently,
first time.
I don't know the exact year, but it's like the driest it's been since like 1970 something.
Yeah, that's what it said. Yeah, yeah.
I don't
Which I,
follow the.
which
First of all, I don't watch the news, so,
right.
so
I
I have
just
no.
my people's got a text about it, and they hit me up. It was like, yeah, this is what's going on. I'm like, I didn't get a text. I'm like,
Yeah,
that's weird.
I
So
didn't either.
I
Don't
don't.
worry, we don't merit texts.
Oh, so you don't get it? Okay, so they only
No,
send it to the
no.
women.
I mean, I smelled the fucking smoke, and on my ride in, it's not like being in a car. My air isn't
Ah,
filtered. You know, and
right. 'Cause you're on a bike.
yeah, I get to work, and dude, my whole body smells like I've been walking through a fire all day. Fucking annoying.
Like it's not me. It's not me. I'm not arson.
Yeah, I saw somebody on Facebook post, please y'all, I know some of y'all don't pray, but please pray for rain. And I'm over here going, fuck that, dude. I don't want to be wet riding into work. But then
True enough.
and then that very morning I was like riding in and it's just like inundate my eyes are burning, it's bad. And I'm like,
Mm.
nah, fuck that. It needs to rain, dog. Like we need to get this rain, son.
He's like, I dry later.
Yeah, I don't care. I need some rain. We need to put
Yeah,
this shit out. It's
I
supposed
didn't
to
think it
rain
was the
this
whole
weekend.
Jacksonville.
Yeah, a lot of it is coming from there's a huge fires in like Green Cove and stuff like that, so it's like way worse out there.
Mm.
Yeah, down Highway 17, it's there's just nothing but forest, on both sides of the highway, so it's just like fucking burning.
Shit,
And
I
that
don't
could
know if
have,
we got anything to burn because
like,
they then tore down every damn thing in Jacksonville. Shoot,
yeah, it's all fucking paved,
yeah,
but
everything like
I mean, but
Middleburg, all that.
yeah, it's just and it could have started from some asshole flipping a cigarette butt.
True, true.
Like
Anything stupid
I thought we were over that.
like wildfires and shit.
No, I thought we were done with like people flipping cigarette butts out their fucking car window.
Bro, people flip anything out of car windows. I'm the guy that get mad when people do that.
Yeah.
I'm pissed. Like I'm talking about, you could be in my car. I'm always taking this old dude home from work one day, and I knew he drank, right, but I didn't
Uh-huh.
know he was a fucking like I don't even know what's past alcoholic. I don't even know what's past. He says, "Hey, can you stop at the gas station up the street? I'm no at the liquor store up the street." I said, "Cool." This is on the way to his house. This is over off of McDuff. Stop at the liquor store. He goes in there. He grabs his liquor. I'm thinking, okay, cool. You getting your liquor for when you go home. He gets in my car. He gets in the passenger seat. I'm pulling off. By the time, Jim, by the time I pulled the fucking car and I got to when I was about to pull out of the parking lot, he downed the whole fifth of Hennessy. He downed a whole fifth of Hennessy in 10 seconds. This motherfucker said, "Doop, doop, 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 doop." Then he said, and I swear to God, I looked at him and the first thing I said, motherfucker, if you pass out in this car, I'm pushing your ass out this fucking car because nobody tell you to down that shit. First and foremost. Now you got an open container in here. He said, oh, you know what? As soon as he said that, he said, you gonna worry about that? And threw it out the window.
Oh, Jesus Christ. That's a great way to attract cops.
I said, bitch, you about to walk. You about to walk. Your drunk ass is about to fucking walk. So I said, you know what? Let me get this shit off. He already threw it out. He threw it out the window. So I told him to open the door, grab. He grabbed it. We go down and we get, I didn't even know this was across the street from my house because it's my first time taking him home. We get maybe 4 miles down the road. He said, can you stop at the gas station this time? Go in the gas station. He gets another 2 beers. I'm like, bro, you just downed a fifth in 10 seconds
Mm.
and almost died. And I was going to kick your ass. I swear to God, I was going to go just like that right out the
He was gonna
goddamn.
vomit in your car.
I was going to kick his ass right out the fucking car and leave his ass right there. I swear to God. I told his ass right as soon as he started doing that. I said, you about to get kicked out this fucking car. And I mean, literally with my foot. I'm not with that, man. I'm not
No.
with that. I'm not with that. Mm-mm. Don't
Yeah.
throw stuff out the window. Don't do all of that. Don't bring attention to me. Don't flick your ashes out the window. Don't do all of that. Like if you don't have an ashtray in your car, then don't smoke.
I don't know. I used to smoke. and I used to flip my cigarettes out the window.
Never
And
done it.
I, well, I was a kid, and dumb, but I don't know, man. That's just gross. I'm
Yeah.
like the worst kind of non-smoker is a reformed smoker, like someone that quit smoking cigarettes. Because like I don't know what it is. Like I smoked forever, okay, and I used to smoke a lot of cigarettes, and but now, dude, if I just get a whiff of that cigarette smoke, I lose my breath.
Bro,
Like
I
I feel
can't
like I'm
stand it.
asthmatic.
I've never smoked cigarettes day in my life. I
Yeah.
don't know. It just the smell of it. The smell of it turned me off from right away. I was just like,
Well, you smoke some shit that smells.
yeah, it smells better than that. To me,
I think that shit
hey,
smells way worse.
hey, no, cigarettes is deadly, man. Like
Yeah.
the cigarette smoke itself is dead. Like, don't get me wrong, I've smoked Black and Mild and shit, right?
Yeah.
Black and Mild is actually worse than cigarettes, but it smells better. It's just
Yeah.
the smell is just it's disgusting. And maybe if they made cigarettes that smell better, I probably would have smoked a cigarette. Who knows? You know what I'm saying?
What about those what are those things called? Gosh darn it. Never mind. I've completely gapped it. They
Like
look
BDs,
they're like brown and they're flavored.
Black and Mild,
Cigar
right?
No, they're cigarettes. It's just the
Like
paper.
like the little beaties.
I don't know what a
They're
BD
like
is.
little beaties. Like they look
No.
like
No.
no.
It's just like regular cigarettes, but they're brown. There's a name. They have a name. I can't remember. But
I thought that's what I was. All I know is like it's Black and Milds that be like that.
no, no. Now
Now I've smoked a Black and
it's
Mild cigarette
annoying me.
before,
Now I'm gonna
but
look it up.
it's just a regular Black and Mild like with a filter on it.
That's because you black and you mild, dog.
Now I was trying to stop smoking
Am I allowed to say
grass.
that, or am I gonna get canceled?
Nah, I'm Black and Wild. I ain't Black and Mild.
Whoa!
How about that?
I keep trying to get my what do you call it?
Try to get your patois.
My ass fucking canceled. Mm-mm.
This is stupid. I see you was at the car best trying to figure out what we was trying to say.
I'm trying to find this damn flavored ass cigarettes. I can't remember what they called.
A flavored cigarette.
Yeah.
That sound like some candy or something.
No, it's not candy. Douchebag. Hang on. Let me be more specific, Google. Gosh darn it. Brown paper. Not cigarillos. Cloves.
They sound familiar. I never
Yeah.
had that though. They sound familiar.
Yeah.
Cloves.
Cloves.
They still sell them?
Yeah.
Yeah, I never did.
Yeah.
Black and Miles, yes.
Yeah. We used to smoke the fuck out
Cigars,
of
of
cigars.
course. Cigars, of course. I love cigars. I just haven't bought a cigar in a long time.
My
I used
friend
to buy
Tony used to only smoke cloves.
clothes and that was it.
Yeah. I was like, ooh.
I never heard of that. Mm-mm.
I used to smoke Camel Wides filterless.
Filterless. So you just get straight nicotine.
Yeah.
God
I
damn,
was like
bruh.
that. Yeah, they called Marlboro's the cowboy killer. No, 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 no. Camel. I had saved so many Camel Bucks. Do you remember Camel Bucks?
Mm-mm.
Well, you didn't smoke. Well, back in the old day, they had a mascot for the brand
Yeah, I
Camel,
remember, yeah.
and it
Hmm.
was Joe
You
Camel.
look like Jay-Z. They do. I'm shit. You look just like fucking
Anyways,
Jay-Z.
now I'm thinking about it. You ain't wrong. But they used to in each pack you would get it would have inside the cellophane you would unwrap the top and then there would be a sticking out the top there was a little tiny green piece of paper like a little rectangle like a little dollar but it had Joe Camel on it. It was a Camel buck.
Oh,
And
you know what? Newport had that too.
yeah, you could save enough of them and you could like buy stuff off the Camel store. I had well, back in the old days, my mom bought, like when they first came out, she bought one of those sealers, those vacuum sealer deals, and it came with
The
these
food
like,
sealer.
yeah, but it came with this roll of plastic that you could make your own size. I made a big ass bag like this, and it was like probably 2 gallons worth, and I filled that bitch up with those things and vacuum sealed that shit shut. And I had that shit for the longest time. And I was saving up, and I didn't know what the fuck I was saving for, but I was saving, brother, because I would go through like 2 cartons a week. It was bad.
God damn.
So yeah, I'm not proud of
Two
that.
cartons.
At
I
least
thought you was about to say 2 packs.
a week? No, I went through 2 packs or more a day. And if I was drinking, I lost count. But
Bro, what you was double fisting them just like
I would light one off the other one and just keep them going like that nonstop.
what time? I say what time? What age you started smoking?
Probably like 12.
Wait, okay, what age did you start smoking every day consistently?
Oh no.
Cause like cause that's when I started like smoking grass and all that back then. But
Well,
I didn't smoke every day until I was like 17,
yeah,
18.
it didn't start like every day until I was like maybe 16, and then there was a dude at school that used to sell them out the back of his car, and I would get a carton every
He would
back,
sell cartons.
yeah, I'd get a whole carton of cigarettes every week, and that would
Wait,
last me. And when I turned 18, I could buy my own. I started buying them two at a time.
he was your age?
He was older.
And he would just come up there soliciting the kids.
No, he was like a senior.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was a
But he's old
freshman.
enough to buy cigarettes. Or maybe
Maybe,
not.
maybe. I don't know how he got them, but he always had alcohol and cigarettes in his trunk. And I was like, and back then they didn't check.
It was less regulated. Yeah, it was
Yeah,
way less
there
like
were dude.
regulated.
We talked about this before, but there were dudes that had pickup trucks with gun racks in it, straight up.
No, where you at? Not where I'm at.
Yeah,
Hell no. You'll go to jail if you see some shit like that.
not
Yeah,
well.
not
Yeah, but it was also
not
a
in
different.
Baltimore.
It was a different time.
Different time and place. Because even now, you would never see that in Baltimore. You're going straight to jail. If
Yeah,
they even
yeah,
see a gun rack in your car, whoever you are, I don't give a damn
yeah.
who
Well,
you
down
are,
here,
you're
down
going
here
to
in Florida,
jail.
motherfuckers hunt. All
I
right.
know down here in Florida, that got
Let me
everything.
tell you something,
Shit, you
Sonny
know, I
Jim.
don't keep mine sitting right here. Shit, I don't go no way without it.
Yeah, I keep mine
That's what
right here.
right here, right here.
Yeah,
It
it's a
shoots everything.
it's a remote control. I don't have a gun. Um,
Oh man, that's
yeah,
funny.
so I I think they had like a pool table on their website or something, and I was like trying to save up for that. But the fucked up thing is, I done had all these Campbell bucks, and I saved them
Man,
all. And then right when I was like, maybe I'll start buying something, they fucking shut down the website, and they canceled Joe Camel because it was relating to kids, and oh, we don't want
uh,
that. Fuck them kids. I didn't
yeah, they
smoke.
would say that. They would say that to y'all too. That's why you got
Yeah,
to it.
I didn't. I didn't smoke Camels because of Joe Camel. Okay, I smoked Camels because they hit right.
So you smoked all the cigarettes before then.
Yeah, I started well, it's funny because like we used to steal cigarettes from my friend Craig's mom, who she had cartons upon cartons in this china cabinet that they had at their house, and like she quit smoking but didn't throw them out because she was like, maybe I'll start back one day.
Holding the stash.
Yeah, and she smoked Virginia Slims and Benson and Hedges. And
That's what my brother used to smoke.
yeah, and so we would take one or two cigarettes and we'd go out to the woods, and we
Talking
would
about the brown Benson, right?
no, it was a green box. They were long.
And they
Benson and
wasn't brown
Hedges.
color.
Mm-mm.
What's the? It got to be the ones that my brother was smoking because he came. Maybe it wasn't. That wasn't it. He
I don't
came
think they
here.
were
He was.
brown. They were white, I thought. But and the
I could have
Virginia
swore he
Slims were
was.
ridiculous. They were literally they were like as thin as this wire. They were just you can't see. There we go. You can put it on my white face. You can see it.
Mhm.
They were that thin, and you would it was a lady's cigarette, but we didn't give a fuck because we were like we finna smoke. So we go out to the woods and we'd be out there like, what's up, man? Just smoking. And then he got tired of it and he was like, you know what? I really don't want to smoke anymore. I was like, well, you mind if I keep taking a couple out of your mama's packs? And I just kept stealing every time I go over there. I'd take a couple.
Damn.
And then I got, I don't know, like I said, you just find ways to do it. I would steal them from my mom. Everyone in my house smoked cigarettes.
Mm.
Everyone that lived in my house damn near smoked cigarettes. Both my sisters, my mom, and all my aunts and uncles when they would come over, there was like if we had like a family thing at my house, it was ridiculous.
So it's kind of
Literally,
a given.
yeah, it was just ridiculous. Did I ever tell you the story about how I got busted smoking when I was a kid?
Mm-mm.
You sure? Okay. Well,
Mm.
I'll tell you a story.
Let's go.
So again, my friend Craig, sorry, Craig, he comes up a lot. Well, he was my only friend growing up. He lived like 4 houses down from me. I could walk to his
The one
house.
you wanted to beat up.
I didn't want to beat him up. My mom told me to go fight
Oh,
him.
beat up Craig. Yeah.
Yeah. And, you know, that didn't happen until much later, until we were in high school and we fought.
Yeah.
But that was stupid and silly, and we're over it now. But, yeah, he had a ping pong table on it. And they have a carport, which is, I don't know if you know what that is.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
It's not a garage. It's just an overhang off the
Overhang.
house. Yeah, and you can pull your car into it. But instead of cars pulling in there, they used it like a little rec center. There was like ping pong tables, basketball hoops, all this stuff inside there. And the ping pong table had a big old sheet over it that went all the way down to the ground on all four sides. The elements to get to it. And one day we were like, we started out fucking around with like melting candles. I don't know, dude. We did dumb shit, white people shit. And we were
Oh,
little.
boys will be boys.
Yeah, we were like 12, 13 years old, and we were like burning candles and melting them and trying to make one big conglomeration of it. We were gonna make our own candle.
Hmm.
And whilst doing that, I was like, "Hey, man, since we're already burning shit, like, let me go get a cigarette." And so he was like, "All right." So we went in there, got a couple cigarettes, and we're under the sheet, just smoking. Okay. And I want to set this up too. He was there's a road that when you come in, there was a road that went this way and then the main road went like this. So it was like this. His house was on the corner. Okay,
Mm.
so he had this big old huge yard, but across the street was the fire department. We could see the fire station from his house. So here we are underneath this sheet and there's just smoke coming out of it. And
Oh.
I started to think I was too stupid to even think about that. But like we got like almost done and I was like, oh shit, the fire department, they're gonna think this motherfucker's on fire. They never did. They never came out. They never saw us or looked or said anything or nothing. So I was like, woo, dodge that bullet. And then I was like, I smell like cigarettes. Not good. So he was like, "Oh, we can just roll in the grass, man. The yard, we'll get that yard smell. We'll just, this redneck shit,
I've
white people."
never heard no shit.
Yeah, I didn't either. I was like,
Boy logic.
"Okay." I was
Boy
like,
logic.
"Cool." So we were like I was jamming my hands in the earth, trying to get dirt all over my hands, and I was like, "Dirt smells worse than cigarettes." And then we were rolling around to get it all off of our. Yeah, it was boy logic for sure. And I was like, oh, dude, we are good. Don't worry about it. Plus, I'm like, and I go, dude, plus everybody that's in my house right now smokes
Smoke
cigarettes.
cigarettes.
And I go in there and you could have cut the fucking cigarette smoke with a knife and pulled it out and moved it. It was so thick in there with cigarette smoke. Insane. And all the women are sitting around the table like cutting shit up and preparing for dinner and stuff or whatever and just yip yapping and stuff. And I go in and I'm like acting like everything's all cool in the gang. And I go and my mom has, mind you, a cigarette in her hand at this time. I walked over to her and I kissed her on the cheek.
Oh, you didn't think about the mouth.
And I walked away and she goes, "You been smoking?" And I'm like, how the fuck can she smell that? She's got a cigarette in her mouth, in her
Yeah.
hand, there's 5 other women in here smoking cigarettes. How do you smell that on me? So
Different brand.
I did what they call a half lie. I said, no, me and Craig was burning. We were melting candles down at his house, and some of them burned, which isn't a complete lie because we did do that.
Yeah. You just didn't tell other half.
Yeah. So I lied. But yeah, I was trying to act like a plausible deniability. I was like, I don't know,
Did she
man. We were
believe
just.
you?
She said she believed me.
She said she believed
Yeah, but like a couple of years later, when I was 18, and I used to have my first car, I had, gosh darn it. Sorry. I don't want that to come up on the audio, me fucking clearing my throat every time, but
you.
um I would always put my carton in the glove box, and I worked at this place that was like a department store, and they sold everything. They had like from jewelry to workout equipment in there, so, and they had an electronics department, and I would always look at all the electronics because I'm a nerd, and they had a pager in there, and I was like, ooh, I want a fucking pager. We didn't have phones, okay, back then. Pagers were the
I remember
shit.
pages. I wanted one to page. I wanted a pager back
You
then.
look cool if you had your
I never
pager
got
with your
one.
clip hanging out of your pocket. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
I never got one though.
Yeah. So, you know, I bought it. It was on sale. It was reduced. Somebody brought it back. So it was like open package or whatever. Nothing wrong with it. And so I bought it, and then I went home and I was like, Mom, would you be cool if I got a pager? I don't even know. I was making my own money. I had a job. I was like, I don't know why I'm asking her, but she was like, no, you don't need a pager. And so I was like, oh, fuck, I already got one. I already bought it. So in my glove box was my pager and my cigarettes. Well, one morning, I guess I parked in the driveway and she had to get out before I had to leave. So she moved my car. And of course, she's going to,
uh,
accidentally, the
mm-hmm.
glove box accidentally came open.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm in there sleeping. But when I woke up, she was gone. And on the kitchen table sat my pager and my cigarettes. And I was like, did I put those there? The fuck? So I just picked them up and put them back in my glove box,
Uh-huh.
cut it up, went back inside, got ready, and went to do whatever I had to do. And it never came up in conversation. Not ever.
She just wanted you to know that she knew
She
now.
wanted me to know that she knew. Actually,
Yeah.
it did come up. I lied. Sorry for lying. I'm a liar. She would smoke out on the front porch. We had like it wasn't screened in or nothing at the time, but it was just like a little overhang over the house, and we had little chairs out there. And that was like the smoking area. After we had already like been ruined by cigarette smoke as children.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, Mom, we're not upset about it or anything. But she was sitting out on the thing, and I went and sat with her, and I was just talking. We were having a good conversation. Probably about an hour into the conversation, she pulls out another cigarette, and she goes, "Like you want one, motherfucker?" I was like,
Like I already know now.
"You know what?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I have my own." She goes, "I know, motherfucker," and I went and got my own cigarettes, smoked my shit, and then from that day on, I always smoked in front of. It was like, it's fine. She was like, it's
Yeah.
whatever. You're an adult. You can do what you want.
Right. Right.
My mom was always cool like that. She didn't. She wasn't gonna like. She wasn't one of these like hoverers, like a helicopter parent or a micromanager. None of that stuff. Like she literally was like, be who you are. Do what you want to do. But just, she would educate us
Yeah.
on the dangers of it. She's like, look, smoke if you want. I know I do. I'm not going to try and be a fucking hypocrite. However, this shit will kill you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Enough said, but do what you want. You know what I mean? So, like, that was that.
So when
And
did you stop?
in 2016,
Oh, not too. Oh, okay. So it's been
2015, somewhere in there.
it's about been
Yeah.
10 years now.
After my divorce.
Oh, that's your 10 years anniversary. 10 year anniversary, actually.
Yeah, it was after my divorce. I
It's
was living
your
with
anniversary.
my non-smoking anniversary. I I moved in with my buddy Roy, and I was smoking. His wife smoked, and I was just like, didn't think nothing of it. And he goes, he never smoked. He's like not a smoker. And he's like, dude. And his wife had just switched over to vaping. So he's like, bro, if she can do it, you can do it. He's like, I will buy you your first vape, bro. So I was like, fuck it, let's go. And I bought a vape and I've been vaping ever. Now I can't quit this shit.
Which one you like better? Even though they have their own issues.
Yeah, I mean they're totally different things. The only thing that this does for me is it like calms my like oral fixation.
Yeah, because that's what I have. I have an oral fixation because
What's his
even when
name?
like I get like peanuts and stuff, you stupid. You is a fucking ass.
I
So,
can't help it. Sorry.
like you were like peanuts. Put like this. My mother could
You
tell
like
you
nuts in your
from
mouth?
yeah, peanuts, whatever.
Cashews, motherfucker.
Right. So so when I was younger, my mother used to have to come in the room and take bread balls because I used to take bread balls and then roll them up real fine and then I have it in my mouth just in my mouth. So she'll have to take it out of my mouth because she think I'll choke on it or whatever the case may be. But I would sleep like that all the time. But even to this day, if I'm eating peanuts, I'll always put a peanut underneath my tongue and it'll stay under there. And then I'm like a chipmunk and I take it out my underneath my tongue, nibble on it and put it back out of my tongue. Even when I'm eating M&Ms, I take all of the chocolate off of it, and then I just put a peanut under my tongue. I have this oral fixation
Why?
where I have to like even listen, even in the side of my cheeks, if I sit there and I start biting the side of my cheeks, and then I got this gap, right? I
Mm.
take the little skin in my lip right
Oh,
here,
I do that.
and it goes up between. So it's like I don't know, I don't fucking know, but I always had
Yeah.
a oral fixation, and it helps me. Like even if I get why people chew gum and all that stuff like that, you know what I mean? Because if not, I don't know. Because I'm not a, I don't, I never suck my thumb, none of that stuff like that. Like that's never been a thing.
Mm.
I'm not into like hard candies. Gum is cool every once in a while, but like just sitting there until the freaking flavor go out, it's not my thing. So I would rather just get a whole thing of cashews or M&Ms and I mean not M&Ms, peanuts and just munch your nose, and that kind of gives it going.
Huh.
And then of course this whole
That's
thing is
interesting.
like and I've been smoking since I was fucking man, I've been smoking since I was 13. And the first time I ever smoked was with my homeboy Andrew Furdell. And he got me smoking. Now he done went to the military, so most of us stopped smoking and everything. But he was
uh,
we went to his house and it was just him and we spent the night and we smoked out of foil paper. So he made a bong out of foil paper. It's the first time I ever see some shit. He took he took a pencil and then he put the foil paper around it like this, and then he just curved it up like this,
yeah, yeah.
and then he put it like that. And then uh, we ain't know about the mesh
Screen.
part at first, the screen at
Yeah.
first. So then we kept doing it, kept falling through. So then we figured out how to do the whole mesh part and all of that, the screen. And then we went behind the library over there by Overly High School in Rosedale. Yeah. And that's the first time I ever smoked with him and this dude named Roland that I used to wrestle with. He was a fucking big ass juice head black dude that used to always
Huh.
think he was so fucking tough and shit because he was juice head and shit. It was him and this other dude named Chargery. They was so fucking huge, bro, like just all muscle that they would just always wear sweatpants and these tight ass fucking muscle shirts. That's it. Sweatpants and tight muscle shirts. And they always thought they was like fucking Karate Kid or some shit. Like
That's
I would beat the
crazy,
shit out
dude.
your ass.
That's crazy.
But that's the first time I smoked. That's the first time I ever smoked. And then the second time I
Fucking weed stories.
real shit, man. And then the second time I smoked was with the skaters at the top of the hill. This dude named
Bro.
I can't remember this dude, but he was mixed. He was black and Korean. But
Mm.
you could tell he was black, but you could tell he was Korean for sure.
He was
Like his sister was
Blackanese.
he was definitely black and East for sure. But yeah,
We got
he the one who
fucking
taught me
gnats
about
in
it.
here, bro.
Bro, it's the same thing. I didn't know if you see me slam on my what you call it.
Did you see
They've
me do
been
it earlier? And I'm
bro, they've
doing this
been
shit?
okay. So it's something going
It's
on in
Florida,
Jacksonville right
bro.
now.
It's Florida.
Bro, I've been trying to kill this gnat and it bit me up
I
like
got
four or
like
five
20 of
times.
them in here. They're just, I have a little, I got this thing called the Vortex. It's like
Uh-huh.
this little cylinder like this, and it's got a little blue light on the top, and then it's got a fan underneath that. And down below,
Ah,
it's got a glue pad. So
you just bring
if
them in.
if they come in to see the light, they go zoom, it sucks them right in. That seems to be the best thing for the gnats. I need to buy a new one because it's all dusty and shit. But
I had an electric swatter, but it broke because I forgot what the hell happened. I think we tried to swat something one time and
yeah, you probably threw it
slapped
at
it
your
and it
dog
broke.
or something.
Nah, not that time. Let me stop.
So
No, I had it for like 2 years, but it finally broke.
my first weed story. Uh, Me and my buddy Tony in high school, we were skipping school, and we were at there's a park out in the Mandarin area. It's called Orange Pickers,
Hmm.
and we were out there sitting on the swings, and there was like a couple of girls, and we were trying to Mac. Like
Hmm.
we all
Hmm.
skipped, from school. We were all in the same grade. It wasn't like they were little tiny girls or nothing. That'd be weird. But no, they were our age, but we were trying to hang out with them and stuff. And a kid that lived around the neighborhood, and my sisters were friends with his sister, and he and I kind of became friends, like by proxy. But he was older than me. And him and this dude, I can't remember the other guy's name. Anyways, it don't even matter. But they pulled up to the fucking park where we're at, and they're like, they get out of the car, and I swear it's like a scene in a movie. It was almost like Debo or some bullshit. They pulled up and they were like, "Who wants to go smoke some pot?" And I'm over there like hanging out with my buddies, and I'm just like, I thought he was gonna be like, "Yeah, let's go." And I was like, before he could say it, I was like, "Yeah, bet. That's what's up." And he was like, "Nah, man, I'm good." I, I,
Left you there.
no, I
Now
left
you
him
can't renege.
there.
And I'm saying now you can't renege.
No, I know. Yeah, now it's too late. And so I
Yeah.
was like, so Art's like, "Well, jump in." And I was like, "Fuck, okay." So we go to the guy's house that was with him, and we're just sitting in there and chilling, and they get a fucking Coca-Cola can and a knife and bust a hole in one end, and then take the fork. They took a fork and poked a bunch of holes in the top. So that was their screen. And then
Yeah.
the hole at the bottom was like a port, like
Uh-huh.
a carb,
Yeah.
if you will. And they did it a couple times, and they showed me how to do it, and I was like, okay. And then they put a fucking just a big old nugget right on top, brand new nugget.
Didn't even break it down to nothing.
Nope. And they just set it right there, and they said, "Go, go, go." And I was like, okay. And I lit that bitch on fire, and they were like, "No, inhale, bitch. You know how to smoke cigarettes. Just go after it." And I sucked that shit, and you could just see the whole. I took that whole bud, the
Damn.
whole thing in, and and then they were like, "Whoa!" They didn't expect that, and then I blew it out. I held. They said, "Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it." And I'm holding it. I guess the longer you hold it, the better.
Hmm.
So I held it, and then I blew it all out, and then like I didn't feel anything. I was like, I don't feel shit. And so whereupon we're just sitting there, and all of a sudden, I'm starting to get hungry. I'm like, You got anything to eat, man?" And he's like, "Yeah." And so he brought a bunch of chips and peanuts and other accoutrements, and we're sitting there watching I don't even know why it was on. I think it was just whatever. But I just remember what's his name? What you talking about, Willis? Uh,
Yeah. Different
Not good.
strokes.
Different Strokes. I won't say not good times, but
Hmm.
yeah. And so we were watching that, and I remember I was eating and eating and eating, and then that made me laugh so hard, and I was just like, wait a minute, and then I
I'm high.
stood up and I sat right back down, and I said,
Yeah.
oh, okay, this is high. I
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
get this. Okay, I got you. And then my friend Art started pointing at me like this. He just kept pointing at me and laughing. He would just laugh, and then I would laugh when he would point at my face like that, and he would just keep doing it. Like every 5 seconds, he would stop, and then he would do it again, and I would just keep laughing, and I couldn't stop laughing, and after about like 30, 40 minutes of doing that, he goes, I was like, dude, stop. Why are you doing that? Why are you pointing at my face, bro? And he goes, now when you go home and your mom says, what's wrong with you? You're going to laugh your ass off.
Oh
And that didn't
yeah.
happen. What happened was way worse. You want to hear the story?
Of course.
So I get home and I get home, Art drops me off at the house and I get home and my both of my sisters come busting out the front door and they're like grabbing my arms, pulling me in the house. They're like, "Listen, take a shower, change your clothes, do whatever you got to do. You got to go to the doctor." And I'm like, "I'm sorry, what?" And now I'm scared because I'm like, "Did she know that I fucking skipped school and smoked weed? How does this woman know?" You
Hmm.
know? And at the time, my mom was working for it was a married couple. One was a psychiatrist, one was a psychologist. Um, um, and that was who I had to go to the fucking therapist, not the doctor. I had to go to the psychiatrist because my grades were slipping and my mom was worried about me.
And that was even, you thought it was because she thought you was
She
kidding.
thought I was depressed. No, I'm just fucking around, dog.
Yeah.
But like so I go and I'm high as a kite sitting in front of this lady. She's got me drawing pictures. She's got me just you looking at cards. I'm like, and I got done and I walked out of there and my sisters came pick me up. I went home and I fucking ate some more and then I went in my room and crashed. A week later I didn't hear nothing from that. And I was like, so I remember I was like, Mom, what was the verdict? You know? And she goes, "Oh, she said you were a perfectly normal teenage boy. Nothing wrong with you. No
I
depression."
out your mind. I out your damn mind.
Yeah. Well, I she didn't know that.
Yeah,
Neither
yeah.
one of I was just being as polite as I possibly could, just being, trying to be as attentive as possible. But I always kind of looked high, like I have
Hmm.
that look, you know,
Yeah, yeah.
like not as bad as Jim Brewer, but because he can be not high and looks high.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was my first time I ever smoked weed story. I thought since you shared, I would share.
And then I got caught because I used to roll the night before and then I go out in the morning. But let me tell you how stupid I am. I go, I roll up the night before, I go out on the front porch. My mother' room is right above the front
Oh shit!
porch. Instead of me going to the back porch where my room is, I go to the front porch. And the reason why I thought I was being smart is because we had these bushes that could block. So I'm
Yeah,
not thinking about my mother because her room, I mean her window stays closed.
yeah.
I guess she cracked it this night or
Oh
morning or whatever.
God!
So I'm out
Bubble
there just
clot.
I'm just out there doing my thing. And she just said when she walked down the steps, she seen the door was unlocked. So she went and pulled the door. So when she pulled the door, I'm leaning because it's the doorway, but you know how the step is like maybe this big in between the doorway. So I'm standing in between the doorway and the step, and I'm leaning, like I'm leaning on the door. As soon as she pulled the door, I got the spliff in my mouth like this, and I fall in the house. And she look at me, look at the spliff. I look at her. She looking at me. We looking at it. We looking at. And I walked out. I walked back out like, oh shit, because I wanted in the house. And then she shut the door. Now,
I,
mind you, I'm like,
should I
I'm still
finish?
standing there for a minute. I'm like, I don't know exactly. Like, what the fuck should I do? So I put it out, right? So I stand out there for a minute, hurry up, run upstairs, get my shit for school, leave. Get home from school later on. She was like, let me holler at you for a second. She didn't even asked me how long I've been smoking. She said, if you gonna smoke, don't get it from nobody. Let me go get it for you so I know ain't nobody poison you.
Oh yeah, that's a good mom.
And I looked at her and I was like, oh, okay. She's like, and then she started teaching me about. She's like, yo, people can poison you, blase, blase, whoop, whoop, this and the third, and she just started giving me the whole rundown. She's like, you don't mess
Yeah.
with coke, you don't mess with this, you don't mess with that. But okay, if you gonna do it, I'd rather I'll go buy it for you, and nobody gonna poison you
See
because
that?
people will poison
I,
you.
I think that's what's missing from a lot of kids today. I really do. I think that the education of drugs that the parents is supposed to give you. I think that's missing from a lot of kids today. That's why they're doing fucking what is that shit that's killing people? Uh
K2 and all that up off the shit. The
gosh, not ketamine.
and they doing so much shit now. K2 and fucking
I don't know.
the
Anyways,
whippets and
yeah,
all types of
whatever they're
stuff.
doing, it's killing people. Like a very
Hmm.
small amount, like a fingernail could kill a person.
Oh,
And
fentanyl.
fentanyl, and they're doing shit like that. And not only that, but they're all the weed they're smoking and everything is laced with it. So it's like, what the fuck are we doing? But
They spraying
um,
the shit with terpenes, all types of stuff. Now it's not even. It's nowhere close to the same of what it used to
not
be
at
at all,
all.
at
Not at
all.
all.
And not only that, I believe because my mother didn't do this with my little brothers. She did it
Yeah.
with me because I was a responsible child. Like
Mm.
even though I was a child, I was already paying a fucking car payment at 16, all types of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like already had a job, I was doing whatever. Like
She
I
probably
was
figured you
help taking care.
deserved it.
Yeah, she was like, "Yo, the boy is doing whatever he need to do." You know what I'm saying? He not. I was a bad kid, but I didn't bring shit to my house.
Yeah.
And if it did come to my house, I tried to make sure I rectify it as soon as possible. You know what I mean? My mother didn't have a whole bunch of police come to my house and all that shit. If when she found out stuff, she'd be like, "Damn, how the hell I'm just finding out about this?" I said, "That's a good thing. That means I was good
That's a
enough to keep it
good
away from you."
thing.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want you to know what I was doing in the streets. Now you
Yeah.
know. You know what I
Mm.
mean? Like, who wants their mother to know what the fuck they doing in the streets? Not me. I'm not one of those kids. I want my mother to think I'm an angel. I don't give
I
a
don't mind
damn.
my mom knowing what I do in the streets, but I don't need her knowing what I do in the sheets. You know what I'm
That too.
saying?
Shit. Either way, I want to know. Damn, none of that. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like, it's just a respect thing. I have a lot of respect for my parents. God rest my father soul. But I, especially my mom, I have a lot of respect for to know. I don't want them to be embarrassed. I don't want to,
Yeah.
you know, put a certain stigma against my mother, and the people be like, that's how your mother raised you. No, that's not how she raised me. This is my fucking actions. These are my choices. My mother
Right,
did
but
not raise me like that.
no, but
You know what I'm
she
saying?
she taught you respect.
Oh
And
my,
I
listen, manners and respect is the number one thing. You can't walk in a house without saying nothing to no grown people. You can't go to nobody's house. When we went to people's houses, we stood at that damn door until somebody's till this day, until somebody said, "Hey, you could sit down, you could do this, then the third."
right, right.
You don't go in people's houses and do whatever you want to do. You don't touch people's shit. You don't walk in the house without saying good afternoon, good morning, good afternoon to the grown people. You don't do none of that.
Yeah.
Till this day.
Hmm.
I'm 40 years old and I don't walk in the house without saying nothing to a grown person. People that are older than me, and I'm walking,
Hmm.
especially if I'm walking in your house.
Right.
Ain't no fucking way. I couldn't even live with myself like that. Cause I'm gonna make sure when you know about Tristan, you know he's an upstanding person, not a fucking citizen. He's an upstanding person. Like he's somebody you can have around and he's gonna be respectful. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? But you disrespect me, fuck all that respect shit. You know what I'm saying?
Out the window, baby.
It goes out the window. However, yes, I am big on manners and respect. Huge on that. Anybody that knows me know Tristan has manners and respect. I don't give a damn who you are. I call even little kids yes sir and yes ma'am sometimes. You get what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Just to even instill that in their head, you know.
Yeah.
And I didn't have
Yeah.
to grow up saying yes ma'am and yes mom. It was just my mother had to say yes mommy instead of yes mom, or like we couldn't call it anything else. But like if you say yes, you can just say yes. You had to say yes mommy. Like you
Right.
had to say that. She keeps saying Tristan. She'd be standing right in your face. Tristan. I'm like, I know, I'm right here. Like, yes. Like, Tristan. And I'm talking, we standing this close to each other. She'd be like, she wait for you to say yes, mommy. Okay, now this is what I would you. God
Yeah.
damn.
It was
You
yes,
know,
ma'am for me. It was always just yes, ma'am, yes, sir, no, ma'am, no, sir. And it's funny because that still is in me. And nowadays, if you say that to the wrong person, don't call me ma'am. You make me
yeah.
feel old. I'm like,
And I'm like, I don't give a shit.
it's a
I
respect
tell people that all
thing.
the time. I don't care. I don't care if I make you feel old. I'm respectful. And if you're my respect it hurts you, then don't you don't need to be around me. I'm gonna still be
Right.
respectful. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna stop being respectful because you feel old. I'm gonna fuck. I call
Yep.
little kids sir. You get what I'm
Mhm.
saying? That's your insecurities. You know,
Right. Right.
I'm not expecting anybody to come to me and say yes sir, and all this. No, you just have to respect me.
Yeah,
Point
bitch, I was
blank.
taught how to be respectful, and I'm not here to make you feel good about yourself.
Exactly.
Like, I don't give a fuck you think.
This is a thing that I do. Like when I say I even caught myself because I call women sweetheart. I'm like, thank you, sweetheart.
Yeah.
And then once somebody said when I was on the job one time, she was like, don't call me sweetheart. I said, Ma'am, I say this to everybody. You're not special. I
Yeah,
promise you. You're
yeah.
not special.
It
If
was
I
it
give you a
was
nickname, then you're
sweetheart
special.
and baby. It was like, uh, you know, okay, baby. That's like a real
Hmm.
southern thing to do is call everybody
Exactly.
sweetheart and baby. But yeah, no,
And it's just an automatic thing I do. I don't even think about it. It's just with women, I just say, thank you, sweetheart. That's it. It's not even, I'm not trying to get at you. None of that bullshit. I said it to the fucking crackhead of a crackhead. Like, thank you, man. Thank you, sweetheart. Like, it is what it is. If
oh
you was
yeah,
kind to me, you were being a sweetheart. You weren't being
yeah,
mean to me. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So
It,
I,
it
I'm, I, I don't
it's
know.
definitely
It's,
missing from the children that are coming up today, and I hate that. And these parents are like, I don't know where I went wrong. Well, you let your kid do whatever the fuck they wanted to, and you didn't instill any type of common sense, manners, none of that shit. And now here we're at. Your kid is fucking dying from fentanyl.
but then there are people that do it, and then these kids are still going out here and do whatever the fuck they want to do because they're following the fashion. They're following
Right.
the fashion of disrespect. The new fashion now is disrespect, and it's not
Yeah.
even just with children; it's with adults as well. The
No cap.
new fashion statement and trend is disrespect, and people don't know that disrespect comes with action. And when somebody action, then everybody want to be like, "Oh my god, why did you react like that?" No, they deserved it. They deserved it because you should have been respectful.
A hundred
You don't
percent.
know you don't know what a next person would do about their disrespect. You don't know. So
Yeah.
always just be respectful. Always. Because you don't know how far a next person will go to show you, hey, don't disrespect me.
Yeah. You can think you're a badass, but I can promise you there's always somebody out there that's cooler than you and always somebody badder than you. And
Big facts.
that is going to be a life lesson that is going to hurt to hear and hurt to
Mm-hmm.
find out. And when I say hurt, I mean literally. Somebody's going to get their ass whooped. You come across the wrong motherfucker and they going to end that whole attitude you got. Done.
Facts.
Like I watched one of your videos that you posted the other day of the lady in the train
Oh, yeah,
talking
yeah,
to
yeah,
that
yeah.
that big tall Russian dude. I think he
He
was
was
Russian.
trying. He was trying.
He was good, dude. I would have whomped her probably way earlier, but he let her just get away with bloody murder. Say whatever you want to say, but as soon as she put her hands on him,
Uh-huh.
boy, he gave her the slap. He gave her like the pimps back in Chicago felt that slap. You know what I'm
Ah,
saying? The back of their hand started hurting. They're like, God damn, we ain't done that in a minute.
I'm telling you, don't know. Like I said, you don't know because I was raised, even though I could have done exactly what my mother said. But my mother said, yo, once a woman put her hands on you, she's a man. That's
Yeah,
it. She said she knows you're a man. She knows what you're capable of. She know
capable
you
of.
got man strength. So if she puts her hands on you, she is a man.
Yeah,
So
they're
you
bet.
do what you need to do. She said, I am not burying my son. And
Yeah,
I'm not gonna let you better not let no woman let me have to bury you either. You
yeah,
know what I'm saying? She said, you don't put your hand on a woman just to put your hands on her, but you better protect yourself.
they're betting that you will think twice because they are a woman. And this
Okay.
is the dichotomy of all this shit that's accumulated over the years and this, like listen, we talked a little bit about it last time and I'm not going to try to get canceled on this episode, but I mean,
Let's try it. Let's do it.
no, but like there's real feminists and I can get
Mm,
down with that. And then there's these new age feminists, and they're just like insane. The
this.
kind that you go to open the door for them and they're like, I don't need no man to open the door for
Oh
me.
my
I can.
God.
And so
Tell
you
me about
slam the
it.
fucking door in their face, push them out the door, shut that bitch, and say, "I open that motherfucker."
There
I
was a chick on Instagram doing that. She was like, I don't need no man, this, that, and the third. I don't need no man. She got a flat tire. She's on the side of the road
Yep,
crying. Why does not one man not stop for me?
yeah,
Well,
because
you
you
put it in
don't
the
need no man.
atmosphere.
You're a
You,
strong,
you put it in
independent
the
woman.
atmosphere.
Yep,
You don't need a man. Get out of the car, change your tire, and go about your fucking business. You're your
yep,
own man at this point, woman. You don't need a man. You said that. I don't give a damn. I don't care what society says. I don't necessarily need a woman. I want a woman. You want a companion. You want like, we need to eat and breathe and sleep and all of those different things to keep us alive.
right.
The extent of everything else is yes, I want a companion.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's a want, not a need. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? The needs that we need is to breathe, to eat, to make, and all of those different things. Everything else is secondary. Even making money is secondary. Even though I'm stressing about fucking making even $20 in whatever case may be, that shit is secondary to me trying to just keep my mental together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Uh-oh. I froze up.
So it's a lot. It's a lot with that. You know. Yeah. It's a lot with that. But yeah, it's so funny we talk about this. I went outside yesterday, and I was fixing the net on the trampoline because they broke it down. So as I'm fixing the net, one of the kids say, "Yeah, my girlfriend is my girlfriend," and the other kid said, "My girlfriend is my girlfriend." These kids like 10, 11 at that, right?
Uh-huh.
I said, "Yo, which one of you just said talk about some girlfriend?" So of course I said, "Yo, that's not what you should be worried about right now." He said, so they try to say it in a smart way. As soon as I was about to say something, it's like, "I know we supposed to be worried about school." I said, "Not just that." I said, "You're supposed to be worried about integrity. You're supposed to be worried about how you're supposed to be living every day, all of those different things." And I said a little bit more, whatever case may be. I said, "Let me tell you something. All you're going to do is hurt yourself and hurt another girl at this age. Don't even invest yourself in hurting yourself or in hurting another girl at this point. I promise you that. You got a lot more to live for than that. That's going to come. I promise you that. But if you learn how to deal with things now in life, when that does come, you're going to be quite all right."
Yeah.
But that's the last thing you should be worried about. You don't even know how to clean your own room yet, much less worry about a girl. You can't even do just wiping your ass correctly unless worried about a girl. So that's the last thing. Worry about everything else, and that stuff will come later.
Right.
I said, cool. It's cool to like each other and all that stuff. That's natural stuff. But y'all are children, man. Y'all don't even know what that means. You don't even know what that means.
It's true.
I promise you don't know what it means. I promise you. You only know what people are telling you. You don't even know what comes with that. And in this generation, it's even worse now because they have access to everything. So they could go find some shit and go do some shit with another kid and boom. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And it's too fast. And anytime I hear any children speaking like that, I automatically say something. And I'm like, I'm not preaching to you. I'm just giving you some advice. I'm telling you this because I done been there already. And I'm saving you heartbreak. Because young heartbreak is worse than old heartbreak. You can't nobody hurt my heart. In a relationship, you can't break my heart at 40 years old that I am today. You can't.
Right.
You could disappoint me, but you can't break my heart. It's not even possible.
You want to see something really funny?
Yeah, do you think?
This is a little bit off the breaking the heart topic, but it's more along what we were talking about earlier. It made me think of this when you were talking about changing a tire. I'm sure you've seen this video. You might have even put it on your page. Let me let's see, share. Let me make sure I share with sound.
If my dad was around at the time when I first started dating, because me and him talked about it, it would have been totally different.
Yeah.
Totally different. Completely different. If my dad would have gave me advice at that time when I first started thinking about liking girls, it would have been if I would have been able to go to him and say, "Yeah, I tried to talk to this girl, and then they both told me I was a clown for trying to talk to both of them," he'd have been like, "Bro, do it better." You know what I'm saying?
Do it better.
He would have told me how to do it. I wouldn't have been embarrassing myself, you know?
Mm-hmm. Can you see this?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay. Let me unmute it. You see what it says? All male island versus all female island.
I did see this. Play it though. I did see this. I did see this.
In the clothes they're wearing.
They were celebrating everything.
Because we have to make mistakes. Don't think about it. Just one by one. It's gonna take. We'll just cuddle each other tonight. Yeah.
Look, they in there having a ball.
With light running out fast, the women are no closer to finding a beach to set up camp.
They took a break before them and still got done before them.
It's right near me.
A huge fucking snake came towards me.
I think. Oh my God, there's a caiman.
Though potentially deadly to humans, a crocodile of this size could provide tens of thousands of calories
They
for
could
watch
have
the
ate
men.
that shit.
who have barely
What?
eaten in days. The women
As much as I'll eat meat, I'd have
away
smashed that
with
dad caiman.
potentially life-saving feasting.
That is dinner, yeah. That is our dinner.
Look, they see him in the water across the way.
Bastards got closer.
Sneaky little bastard.
You're in.
Got him.
Oh, puppy dog.
Yes.
Puppy dog.
In there, boys.
Actually wrapping up the
We can't eat because we have no fire.
It's not funny, but it's funny.
It's hilarious to
We
me.
have nothing to drink
It's hilarious.
because we can't boil it to purify it and sterilize it.
Hey, they said choose the man or the bear.
Right. I bet they choose the man now.
The women have circled back to Coconut Beach for a second time.
Oh, geez.
Oh my God.
The women have now been without water for more than 48 hours, and they are dangerously dehydrated.
Insane, bro.
They're just thriving.
Just thriving. Fish after fish. Listen, and having fun while doing it. That's the funny thing. Fish for days. Listen, even the cameraman.
After almost 2 weeks without a meal,
Oh, that's
the group
crazy.
is at the point of starvation. If they don't
That's
succeed,
How do you go
insane,
2
bro.
weeks without
their
eating?
organs will start to shut
There's no way.
And these fuckers over here are gaining weight.
We need more shows like this.
to
We
get
need to show
the
more shows
island.
like this.
Women have no choice but to
What?
We need shows like this where they go in the wild. They also got to build a house. They also got to put together a car from scratch. They also, and listen, get people that's never built a house. They're not carpenters or anything. Just get regular people like me, like just average, just that's never built an entire house,
Sure.
and give them 30 days to build a house and see what happens. Give them 30 days to put together a regular,
A challenge
Freaking-
between men and women?
yes, and just do stuff like that and see what happens. Let's just see what happens.
Well, like I said, man, I don't know if the dudes can build a house in 30 days, but they gonna get close.
They go get close, and it's gonna be more. It's gonna be more organized.
For sure, they'll have some sort of shelter.
Something.
I don't know. I'm not
It
saying
may not be uniformed.
I'm not saying that women are helpless. I know that there's women out there that are very, very that know more than me about stuff like this.
Right,
You know,
right.
I know that it's not all.
But they were taught by a man.
But the problem, yeah, they had a good dad. The problem I have is the ones that can't do it, the ones that do rely, are the loudest motherfuckers on the fucking internet.
Absolutely.
And they always got some shit to say, and they do this. They talk like this. You ever seen this?
Mhm.
Have you seen the bird hands
Yep.
when they do this?
Yeah.
And they
Yeah.
do,
Mhm.
you know,
Mhm.
fuck off with them bird hands. Okay, like the next chick that does this, like I do this a lot. You know, I'm real handsy, but this, come
Yeah.
on. What are you pointing
Yeah.
at? What are you doing? What is this? Is this like,
It always remind me of like New York
Parentheses
people when they
are-
be talking.
is that your T-Rex hands? What are we doing? You know, like, come on. But yeah, you know, if you have to like my girl, I'll tell you straight up. If we get a flat tire and I don't book it out the car, she's already got 4 lug nuts off.
Yeah.
But she
Yeah.
knows how to change a tire, you know,
Right.
but she's got a good dad.
Right.
And he
Right.
taught her valuable things, you know.
Not to be hopeless.
And it's not just about women, it's about men too.
Yeah.
I'm not just out here back. It's just the way I think about it a lot these days because I have grandkids and I'm looking at them. I'm looking at all these other kids out here growing up in the world, and I'm like, God, who is raising these fucking kids? You know, like
It's funny you say that though, because I remember I was 15 and my little brother's father came to the house and he punctured a hole in my mother's tire. I remember I was sitting in the room and I heard it, boof, and I just hear his fucking car squealing off and shit, squealing off. And then the next day, we got up the next morning, but I wasn't putting it together because I'm a kid. Like I'm like 15 years old. My mother go outside to go leave and the tire flat. So then I'm putting the 2 and 2 together. I said, hey, I saw this car and I heard a pop, but I didn't know that was my little brother's father's car because he wasn't. I haven't seen him in God knows when because I wasn't dealing with him.
Right.
So at the time, my mother was dealing with my other little brother at the time who was hustling and all stuff. He dead now, God rest his soul. But he 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 was at the house, and my mother went outside. Both of them went outside. Then I came outside. Now I'm standing behind both of them as they looking at the car, as they're looking at the wheel. I'm 14 or 15 years old. No, as a matter of fact, I'm lying. No, I was 14. I was 14. Both of this is a grown ass man standing next to my mother. He looked at her and say, I don't know how to change a tire.
Oh,
And
Jesus.
and mind you, I'm standing behind him. And my mother looked at, she said, you serious? He said, no, I'm not changing no tire. He's like, you had to call somebody for that. This is a grown ass man.
You got to call somebody.
Listen, he goes in the house, he leaves. You know how I went outside because my mother did not know how to change a tire.
You changed.
And neither did he. It took me 3.5 hours to learn how to change a
You
fucking
figured it
tire.
out on your own.
There was no
How old were you?
YouTube. I was 13, 14. There was no YouTube.
Couldn't
There
even
was no
drive yet.
internet. There was none of that. There was that became my first car. That became after a while, after a few months later, when I turned 15, I wound up getting that car for my mother, and I was paying her payments for the car. That's a whole nother story. My mother was teaching me grown lessons, which I'm glad she did. But anyway, it took me 3.5 hours. You know why it took me 3.5 hours? Because I didn't know righty tighty, lefty loosey. So I was tightening that motherfucker more to the point where then I was like, okay, let me figure out the other way, and I start literally standing on that motherfucker, like standing on it. Put all my weight on everything, and it took me. I don't even know if I put it on correctly, because of course I didn't know the whole star thing. I didn't know all of that.
Yeah.
I had to learn. I just knew I had to take them shits off. I had to take the damn tire off and put it back on. That's all I knew. I didn't even know if I put the lug nuts on correctly. I don't even know. I just know I did it. Nobody taught me that shit. I had to figure that shit out myself. And then years later, of course, I started learning the correct way.
And the
But
grown man in front of you couldn't do it.
He could sell every drug in the world. Or he
Yeah.
could sell every drug in the world. He could beat up a woman.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
those
He
are
ain't beat
good
up my mother.
qualities.
He ain't beat up my mother. I'm just saying, I don't want my mother to do that like type of thing. People think he would be my mother. But I'm just saying, because that's what happened. It's a whole nother story about that.
Yeah, no, yeah.
But yeah, sure enough.
He had
Sure
some good
enough.
qualities. He seemed like a keeper.
Oh, he hustled. That's what he could do. He could make money. That's about it. Hustle and put on clothes. You know what I'm saying? But when I learned that and I taught myself, I said, and then at that time I was in ROTC as well. So of course I'm becoming a man. I'm learning certain things, stuff like that. You know, and my mother always treated me as the man of the house in a sense. Even if she had somebody that she would always come to me with certain things and all that stuff like that. Because most of these niggas didn't know how to do nothing. Just straight up. They didn't know how to do nothing.
Jesus Christ.
They just I remember my little brother's father, the same one that popped the tire. He was jealous of me because I think I told you the story. He took me fishing and he got mad at me. All he did was teach me, boy, listen, all he taught me was how to do the whole thing, hook the line, do everything, and just taught me how to, take the reel and move it over so I could cast and all that.
Mhm.
Once I figured out how to cast, I was throwing that motherfucker out there. I'm talking about, my shit would be like,
Getting it.
that's how it sounded. Like my line is just flying out there. And he'd be like, damn, how the hell you get that shit out there? I just figured out how to whip that
Whip
joint.
it.
And it's his rod,
Yeah.
all that. You know, he had these big old huge rods that you would take out like into the deep sea. But I would learn how to flick that motherfucker out there. And he took me a few times. After that, nah, he'd stop taking me. He'd bring his little fish home and had me in the basement cleaning this funky ass fish. But guess what? I'm so glad he did. I'm so glad he did because now I could clean fish better than any fucking body, and I could gut that bitch in 2 seconds. I ain't got to worry. I know how to figure out how to do that shit so fast because he bring 2 buckets of fish home and shit. Thinking he doing something. I'm like, bro, I'm about to knock this shit out real quick, man. Fuck you, bitch. You think you punishing me, whore? Like, you know what I'm saying? You actually teaching me a lesson. You don't even know you teaching me a lesson, whore. You know what I'm saying?
Whore.
That's a Baltimore term.
I
When we really don't like
I
somebody.
know. It sounds like it. Whore. Yeah, whore.
But yeah,
Nice
so that
play.
I learned my lessons. Most of the shit that I learned when it come to man shit, I taught myself.
Right.
Ain't no man teach me this shit.
Same here, dude. Same here. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I had to fix. So that's why I'm so proud of myself. Anything that I'm doing, I've taught myself how to do this shit. You know, ride a
Who
bike.
taught me how to change a tire?
You.
No,
Your
some
mother.
stranger on the side of the road.
See what I'm saying?
Some dude, I'm out there, and you know what was taking me so long? I was coming back from the beach, and I was driving, and I heard my tire, boom, it exploded. So I pull off, and there's like it's a 2-lane road. That's it, And then I pull off onto the dirt, like into the dirt, where it was kind of flat, but it was like a ditch. But
Mm.
anyways, I'm down there, and it's just sand, And you ever try to jack a car up in
Ain't gonna
sand?
happen. Ain't
Ain't
gonna
gonna
happen.
happen.
Ain't
And
gonna
not
happen.
only that, but I get it up enough to where the tire's up off the ground, and then the car kept falling back.
Oh.
I didn't put the brake on. I didn't.
Ah.
I didn't even know to put the brake on. And this dude,
Yeah.
somehow, for all of that, never put the brake on. I got the tire off, and then the fucking car went down, and the whole hub went right into the dirt. And this
Oh.
dude came, pulled up behind me, and I was freaking out because I was like, stranger danger. Who the fuck is this creepy dude rolling up behind me? But he goes, "Are you having problems?" I was like, yeah. So he's like, "Did you put your parking brake on?" And I was like, "No, I didn't even know there was a parking brake because I was like, I don't stop, I just go." But so we
I
put the
don't stop.
parking,
I just go.
yeah, put the parking brake on. He had a little piece of 2x4 in his car, put it underneath the jack.
The wheel.
Well, put it under the jack so it would not sink in the dirt
I got
in the
you.
sand, and jack the car back up. We cleaned the hub off and the all that shit where the brakes are, cleaned that all off. And then he helped me put the tire back on, and I was like, man, this motherfucker taught me something because I was out there for a couple of hours myself trying to fuck with it.
Yeah.
It was dead of summer. Okay, I had already
Dying.
been to the beach. I was tired. I've been surfing all day long, and I was beat. Like I didn't have no energy left. But finally got that tire back on. But yeah, man, like I didn't have a dad growing up. I don't know if I talked about it on here, but I mean, my dad took his life when I was like 2 or 3, okay, in that range. And so from that moment on, I was the man of the house. So I had to learn all this shit, on my own, and my mom, bless her, she tried to teach me like you. She taught me like responsibilities. She taught me, common sense. She taught me about being respectful, the things that I needed in life, to like a base.
Right.
But yeah, all the man shit I had to learn on my own. Either find somebody to teach me, or you know, we like you said, we did not have the internet at all.
Yeah. None of that. It's just trial and error. And
Mhm.
I thank God for JROTC. Thank God for Gunnery Sergeant Otis Jones. He's still alive to this day. I follow him on Facebook and everything. And those people helped me.
Yeah.
Just like I'm so glad that I was the one that when high school came around and I seen the classes to take, and I told myself I said I was going to the military, right? And that was before high school came. And then when high school came, and it was like, oh, there's a program where you could go into the military. You start your career in high school. So I started JRTC. So I was in RTC for 3 years. The only reason I didn't do my last year is because my son mother got pregnant, and I was just so focused on that. I was just like, shit, I'm about to be a dad now. I don't even worry about it. That's why I said that dads are important, because my dad, he would have told me like, motherfucker, keep doing what you're doing and not just worry about you know what I'm saying? But anyway,
Right. Yeah.
so that was just my whole thing. Like when I went, I wanted to go to JRTC. I loved that shit. I loved, because I figured my mother didn't have money to travel and all that stuff. So if I could get into a program, and even to like even my favorite job I ever had, I loved that job because it was travel. It was for
Mm.
free. I could travel anything that I could travel for free. I'm on that,
Yeah.
because guess what? I always wanted to go on tour when I was younger. That was my main thing when I was doing music. I was like,
Yeah.
yo, I'm doing music to go on tour. I said, yeah, I love this shit. I love music and everything,
Yeah,
but
you
I
want to
can't wait to
travel.
hit that road.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait to hit that road. That was the main number. I want to see every place I could possibly, even to this day. My dream, to get in a camper van and fucking go. That's always been my dream, is to see as much as possible. That's what we here for.
It's
I
gonna
don't know
happen
about
one day,
anybody
man.
else. That's what I'm here for.
It'll
That's what
happen.
God put me here for, is to see everything and explore everything and do as much as possible while I'm here. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? All this just sitting in the room and all this shit is for the birds. Don't get me wrong. I'm learning things, but I like to be out and about and learning and seeing things and exploring. You know what I mean? I don't like clubs and all that other bull crap and all that foolishness. I like to go into nature. I like to go into the most dangerous spots and glad I made it out. And all of those different things. You know,
Yeah.
so that's been the main thing for me, and it's always been that my entire life. Because and not only that, I've moved around so much that it was like I came accustomed to that. We just moved. My mother be like, "Yo, I'm tired of this. We out." That's how I ended up I ended up back in Florida because I was like, "Yo, I'm not doing this Baltimore crap no more because this ain't it." And when I say this ain't it, I'm done. Not too long ago I wanted to leave Jacksonville. In the sense of I was like, "Yo, I'm what is here?" You know what I'm saying?
Dude,
Because
I can, as someone who grew up here, like I'm a local, okay? I was born and raised in Jacksonville, and it's like I can't wait to leave. Like it's just I know people are so happy, and I love that they're like they have Jacksonville pride and shit like that, but like bro, like I can't. Like if you
I've been
ain't
better
from
places. I'm
yeah,
sorry.
if you ain't from here, you don't know what I'm talking about. If you
Yeah.
were moved here and you like it here, that's because you didn't grow up here.
Yeah.
You know.
I've been better places. Trust me. I've not saying yeah, I've been better places. That's
Yeah,
for
I'm
sure.
sure that
Jacksonville's not a horrible place. I've been worse places as well too. I've been a
Jacksonville
thousand
gets a
times
lot of
worse.
shit. It gets a lot of
It's
shit
it's
from
not
a
a it's
lot
not
of
a
people.
horrible city. It's just not a city that I will want to stay
Fucking
forever.
boring.
You
It's
know what I
fucking
mean?
boring.
Yeah. It's pretty much the same old crap every day. It's not nothing. Like for me, I, like when I went out back when I went in town the other day, I liked it because it was I'm so in the outskirts out here, and it's not that many. It's people out here, of course, but it's not like the city. It's not downtown where on a Friday night, on a Saturday night, it's just not the same. Or the Friday night on the Saturday night, the closest thing to me is a bar, and I'm not a bar person.
No. That's what
And
I'm
I'm not
saying.
I'm not a bar person.
Jacksonville's boring. I don't give a shit who you are. There are some things to do that are fun out here, but there's also it's like it's either let's get fucking drunk
Facts.
or let's go listen to some shitty DJ or
And spend a lot of money doing
and
it.
spend a lot of money doing it or go to a really expensive restaurant that you can't afford. I mean, there's like comedy shows that's fun. There's a lot of cool stuff out here in regards to, but it's just like to me, it's just fucking boring. I don't know
This
how else to describe it.
even though there's things like that, everybody's following the same uh blueprint. So
Yeah,
it seems it's the same thing. Like even in the circles like of the movies and all that stuff like that. I don't want to keep going to these fucking premieres. It's the same people I'm gonna keep seeing. Not
right.
listen, I'm seeing the same people in the movie, and I'm seeing the same people at the goddamn movie. Why? I, I want to meet some new people.
Yeah,
Can y'all? I want to be around some billionaires. I want to learn some new
yeah.
shit. I
Got to
want to. I
get in
want.
the
I
right
want. I want
room.
to. And that's where I'm at with it. It's like if it's not that room, I really don't want to be in that room. If I can't gain something from this at all, just
What am
you
I
giving
doing
me
here?
you recommending me to someone that lives all the way across the way is better than me going in a room and not doing anything. And then
Mhm.
I'm sitting in the same room and talking to that person on a FaceTime and getting some work done and trying to figure something out. That's more impressive. If I'm going somewhere, I'm going to network.
Yeah,
That's why I'm going. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to just go. I'm going to network or get some sort of content. The other day, I went to go to do behind the scenes. I didn't get to do a lot of behind the scenes. Is guess what? Because I was sitting there stuck watching the camera equipment. Cool. I'm listening to music in the background. I popped my camera out. I popped my microphone out, and I did a video. That's it. Hey, I'm gonna take this time to do a 10-minute video, narrow it down to 5 minutes. Boom. Now I got a video for this week that I haven't posted on my undiluted page, on YouTube page in forever. And, and
yeah.
and now I'm like, okay, why you here? Just don't sit here. Figure some shit out. Do something else. You
Mhm.
can't go do the rest of the behind the scenes because you doing video. Then okay, you still got a tripod. You still got your what you call it. Put it on a tripod. Do a video.
Yep.
Get some work done. You get what I mean? So
Handle
that's
your
why I'm just
business.
looking at it. If my car was up, we would be doing way more skits. We'd be doing way more content. I'm so
Shit,
serious because
mine
I
too,
would be
bro.
doing 2 or 3, right? If we That's it's funny, right? Now it's we, but
Yeah.
it would be 2 or 3 skits a week, easy, easy. That's not even a thing. That's why I'm like, I'm so used to being on the move, and I go. You know that. Like
I
this is the
know.
slowest moment in the sense of where I'm just sitting
I
still,
know.
you
I was
know. But
talking
while I'm
about you
sitting still,
earlier.
I'm learning, you know.
I was talking to somebody earlier about you and
Mhm.
and like what we're doing. And I'm like, you know how cool it is to have like I've partnered with people in the past, and you know this, but like I've
Yeah,
partnered with
yeah.
people in the past, same as you, where it's like they're cool. I love them. They're awesome, but they don't want to do anything. They want to come to the show, sit down, be pretty. That's what they want. They just want to be the face. That's it.
Facts.
They don't want to edit. They don't want to upload. They don't want to do nothing. They don't
Or
want to
learn how
manage
to
the
even
page
do it.
or learn. They don't want to manage the pages. I mean, their own page. They pay somebody to do it, and I'm like, we don't make no money doing this, so I'm not gonna
Nope.
fucking pay somebody. If I was making money, I would for sure like pay somebody to do the stupid shit I don't want to do, so I could do
Facts.
this more. But you have to delegate. But it's nice to like I started thinking about I'm like we're collaborating with a lot of this with doing all this stuff, and it's like we have first of all we got two creative minds.
Yeah.
Second of all, we have two bases of knowledge that knows how we can edit, we can shoot, we can do all the video, photos, all of the things, audio, everything. We know how to do all of that between the two of
Mm-hmm.
us, and between the two of us, we can do a pretty good job.
Yeah.
And and like we've already shown that, but and we're both creatives and we have ideas for everything and we bounce them off of each other, and whether we can actually get together and do these ideas
Right,
is,
right.
is another thing. But it just means more to me to have you in my corner. And I don't know, man, this is just like I said, I'm not trying to stroke your cock. I'm just saying, like, this is one of the best feelings I've had,
I
in
agree. I
doing
agree. I'm
any
right there
type of
with you.
creation. So, you know,
It's rare to find. I don't say rare because I see other people doing uh content with other people, but they know each other or
right.
they know of other people know of each other. Like we built a rapport just off of us,
Yeah.
literally.
I heard your loud ass on a podcast and was like, I want to be that guy's friend.
And look at and when you really think like I wanted to, if you made it this far, this is not our 8th episode. This is probably our 30th.
If you count all
Real
the
shit.
fucking hours you were on my podcast.
No, not only that, I'm talking about Instagram.
All,
We
oh
went,
yeah.
we
Oh
did
yeah, we
months on
did. Yeah.
Instagram.
Yeah, we did.
Months.
That's
There's
true.
a lot of videos on
Lives.
Instagram.
Yep.
Yes. So this is probably our 30th
Yeah.
what you call it. Not even just considering what I've done on your platform. Just
Yeah.
us doing this itself. So it went from that to this,
Yeah.
you know,
Well,
and
like
it
I
went
know
from
we've got
just
at least 16 hours or so. 16, 12, 16. I don't know.
yeah, at the least.
Just on
At the
mine.
least. Or just on yours, yeah.
But yeah. So yeah, there's a lot of knowledge between the two of us, a lot of years of knowledge between the two of us, and I think like I said, man, it's the most exciting time for me is to have you in my corner and to be in yours, because I know you got my back and I got yours,
Facts.
and I love it. It's such a good feeling being able to talk to somebody that knows what the fuck I'm talking about. I
Yeah.
love my family. Don't get I love them as long as like the sun, okay? But they don't want to hear my bullshit. So
I
I
feel
don't
you on
bring
that
it
one.
up. I
Same
don't
here.
talk to them about it. I mean, I occasionally it'll slip out. Like if they ask me, I'll be like, yeah, well, But yeah, I mean, so it is nice to have, and like I said, I'm very appreciative of you, for being. Wow, this is turning really gay.
We have we had these gay moments on the pod at least
Yeah,
once a
yeah,
week.
yeah. This is your friend appreciation day. We'll call it that. No, but
Hey.
Yeah. Yeah. So, anyways, I'm
Oh
happy to
man.
have you, man, and I hope you're happy to have me.
Yeah,
That
if
sounded, God damn it, I can't stop sounding gay.
y'all out there have anybody that you can connect with and you
Do
are
it.
doing whatever you're doing, whether you content creating, whether you're building a business, just make sure y'all communicate correctly and make sure y'all on the
Mm,
same playing field because when when you're involving other people and you're just doing your thing is one thing. When you're involving other people, you have to think with two heads. You
mhm.
have to. You know, there's times where it's like, oh, I did this, Jim, and did this. I just want to let you know I did this, this, and the third.
Yeah.
And you're like, I don't give a damn shit. Just do what you're doing. But
Yeah,
still,
do
it's
what
just
you
the
do.
simple fact of, hey, I
It's
did this because
communication.
of this. You
Right.
know, what do you think of this?
Yeah. Well, it's
You
funny
know,
because
or whatever the case may be.
we're still learning about each other. Like I'm still learning you and you're still learning me
Facts.
because like it's so funny if we could show our text stream, well, we
I
won't
know,
show
right?
that.
No, we definitely can't tell that.
Yeah, there's a little stuff in there, but like this morning, like we're texting back and forth. Like I sent you an audio file because like I know you don't like to text, so
Uh-huh.
I was like, let me send him a little, and I'm at work. It was early. I was like, I know you all sleepy by in there, you in your little PJs, but and I don't even remember what I said, but it was like, I'm sorry, I didn't let you know. I know, like that was our conversation today. I was like, I'm sorry, I forgot to tell you that I did this. I uploaded this a couple of days ago, and then you were like, oh my bad, I did this, and I didn't tell you. So it's like, but like I don't get booty hurt about that shit.
But we know we working.
But we both know we're doing something, and that's the thing. Like
Yeah,
you
we're working.
push me to do more. So because I know you're over there. I mean, every time I go in my Dropbox and I see 18 more fucking reels, I'm like, God damn. And then this bitch this morning, I go on and there's fucking 6 reels waiting for me to accept the collaboration on Instagram. I'm like,
I'm gonna tell people this. If you have the time, make the time.
yeah,
Like, make the time to go and post that content. Make the time to go and learn the new skill. Make that time to go, you know, network, whatever. Like, if you have the time, make the time. And if you don't have the time, try to figure out how to schedule that time. You know, and that's the main thing is time management with everything. And right now I have the time because I'm not working a 9 to 5 right now. This
right.
is pretty much my 9 to 5 of not content creator, but editing and all that stuff. That's how I make my whatever little bit of money I'm making right now. Trying to make it to the big bucks. But um, yeah, if you have the time, especially if you're not working a 9 to 5 every day, bro, do it.
Yeah.
Just fucking do it. It takes nothing to do something. It just takes something to be. It takes a lot to be consistent.
Yeah. And if you don't
You know.
have the time or can't find the time or whatever, then maybe this, but you want to be a content creator or doing whatever, maybe you ought to rethink that shit because it's not for
Mm,
everybody. That's the thing that
facts.
people fucking misunderstand. They see all these people making cool shit and they're like, "Oh, that looks so much fun." And and it is fun. But it's fucking work. And if you don't have the time to put in the work or you don't have the fucking care to put in the work, then you maybe don't want to need to be doing this here. That's
Facts.
maybe you need to just find something else to do. You
Like
know.
there's a lot of people
That's
that are very
okay.
yeah, there's a lot of people that's very ambitious. Like I'll give you an example. I went to a premiere the other day, and I'm just gonna be 1,000% because I don't know how to sugarcoat shit, right? I didn't like the movie, right? And I'm not gonna say it wasn't good, right?
When your ball of wax.
And it wasn't just the storyline, and it was everything. It was everything involved. However, I respect the vision. I
Yeah.
respect the grind. I respect everybody that was in that movie that showed up and did their thing. They didn't know it was going to turn out like that when they hit the editing room floor, but they
Yep.
did their thing. And even whoever was directing and all of that, I give them enough to even show up. Now, there's certain people I probably wouldn't give their props, crew wise or the case may be, because they could have just did a lot better because that probably why the movie was what it is. But just because you have a camera, just because you have, the newest phone or the newest podcast equipment, that don't mean you're gonna be good.
Nope.
You have to consistently do this shit, and you have to consistently sit down and brainstorm with yourself when nobody's around,
Yeah.
when nobody's seeing you, and try to figure out the next move. Every day I'm
Mhm.
trying to figure out the next move. Even with this, whether I'm sitting here and I'm editing, while I'm editing, I'm like, okay, we just did 5 other podcasts, and every time I did the last 5 podcasts, it was just the same real style. I just did it the same exact way. I'm gonna change it up for the next 12 or the next
Mm.
30.
I've
Then
noticed.
the next 30, I'm gonna change it up again and change it up because I don't want it to always look the same. Because this person might like it, but the rest of everybody else don't like it. And then they
Right.
might
It's gonna be
love
grabby.
this.
Yeah.
So it's like you don't know unless you switch some shit up, try it, figure it out. You're not especially if you're not getting paid for it yet already. Just do it because you don't even. It's not like you losing anything.
Yep.
Just see what people like because you don't know. We don't know what people like anymore. We don't.
Mhm.
Everybody is all over the fucking place. People like the most retarded shit now. You know what I'm saying? So we don't even know what people like anymore.
Yeah.
So it's like just do it, and then whoever likes you, likes you. There's people on my platform. There's same 5 people that show up on my platform that don't know me. I never met these people. This is one older lady. She even sent me a text the other day like, "Hey, I had back surgery and I haven't gotten a chance to catch up with your content, but I'm gonna catch up today, this and the third." Never met this lady a day in my
Yeah,
life.
why you just do the thing? You don't got a message, but it's fine.
No, I'm just saying. No. I ain't that because she's always on my stuff,
Yeah.
and she always, and even her comments be dope as hell. She's an older white lady, you know what I'm
Okay.
saying? But she's always in my comments. Always, she even hit me. I'm like, I pinned her one of her comments before because she's dope. Don't
Wonder
know this
if she's-
lady.
Maybe is she trying to get down with a swirl or what? What's
No,
up?
no, I don't know. That woman got a husband and everything, but still, because she got a husband right on the page. And
I
everything.
love it.
Because
I
at
love
first
it.
I thought it was a guy. I thought it was the husband. So because I was going back and forth with them on a post before, and then she's like, they're like, no, she's like, I'm a woman. I was like, oh, I thought it was the man speaking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well,
And then
how
ever
the
since
fuck are you
then,
supposed to know?
right? And then ever since then, they just been every time I post, they on my page. It's these 5 people that I don't know from nowhere, but they
Yeah.
support me.
Well,
They-
let's turn
they
those 5
every
into
day.
10, and then
Of
10
course.
into 20.
You know, there's
just
more people, of course,
keep it
but
popping. Of course there is, but I'm
those
just
people are
saying,
the ones that don't know me, that I've
it's
never
always the
met anything.
circling back to the beginning. It's always
Yeah.
the strangers that give more love
That's the truth. There we go again. Right back
because
to
your
the beginning.
family ain't gonna like what you do. They'll like it because they have to, because they feel a need to, because they love you, but they don't like what you do. It's very rare. You might have like one crazy ass cousin that likes what you do, and they're like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, I fuck with this," But most of them, your aunts, your uncles, your
Mm-hmm.
sisters, your brothers, like I said, most people in your family don't want to know what the fuck you're doing. They don't care, and then they might see it and go, "What the fuck? Why?"
Right.
Well, they cuss
Right.
a lot,
Right.
you know,
Yeah,
or
I got an aunt that did that. That when I
yeah,
was
you
doing music
told me.
heavy. Yeah, she
Well, I see
used to
you
kind of
upon the video making the cuss
no,
words.
no, 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 not that. No, that's my
Oh,
grandmother
okay.
that did that. No. My aunt when I was doing music heavy, and when I was trying to get signed and all that stuff like that, and I was close to getting signed to J Records, all that. Anyway, but she came to me one day. We was at a cookout, and she was like, "So yeah, how the music doing?" Mind you, she never asked me how my music went. She never
Right.
been to a show. She never bought a
Mhm.
CD. She never did none of that. Never, ever. Right. But then I'm like, no, it's gonna go good all that. She's like, yeah, I'm just trying to figure out where you gonna get signed so we can make the family rich.
Oh, Jesus Christ! You are the first one that I will never
Oh,
tell.
you gonna be the last one.
Well,
You're
you
not
didn't
even gonna
hear what
see
I
it.
said. I said she'd be the first one you never tell.
Exactly. I would never like what? You don't support anything. Nothing. Not one thing. And you gonna ask me about my music and
Back
then
off,
refer
eh?
some shit like that? Like, woman, you be the what? You got your I'd save your children before I save you. I'm close with them.
That-
I'm not close with you.
That's probably
You just
why.
birthed them.
That's probably why I'm not a millionaire. It's because I would keep all of it to myself. I'd be like Scrooge McFucking Duck.
At this point in my life where I'm at right now, I would be very selective. I know for a fact
super
my mom is the
selective.
first one. For a fact. My mom is the first one. I wouldn't necessarily give my grandmother a large sum of money because my grandma's 90 years old now. You
Well,
know what
you
I'm
just
saying? Like,
take care
I
of
would
them.
just
You
take
put
care of
them
her.
in
Yeah,
a
I would just
nice
take care of
place,
her.
get them some people to watch over
Exactly.
them, and that's what I would do. I would like hire somebody to clean my mom's house, and
Right.
what if she wanted to get in a different house, I'd do that. But like for sure, my mom, the people that have always taken care of me, I would take care of them first. My kids, my mom, my sisters. That's it.
Yeah, my
I
mom get first for sure, for sure.
Oh,
Then
100%.
I
If
would
you
probably
didn't
do
say
my
that, I would think there was something wrong with you.
yeah, then I would do my daughter next.
Yeah.
Because my mom and my grandmother's in the same box. I'm not even gonna put them separate. They go together. But
Right.
my daughter's second, and then my grandkids, I would automatically put up some money for them, for the trust fund or something like that, and like maybe a CD account where it could grow. And my son,
Hmm.
but definitely my mom, my daughter, my grandmother for sure. That's the top three. Everybody else, I'll think about it.
Kick
I'll think
rocks.
about it.
Well,
I'll
I'll
think
tell you
about it.
what, man. If this one ain't the one to do it, this is the one. This will be the one that makes you the millionaire, and you'll be able to take care of your mama. But I think we need to wrap it up.
Oh yeah, what time we at now? I
My
don't know.
eyelids are getting
Oh shit, we
heavy.
at 7, and I'm at
It's almost 7.
I got 13% on my laptop. I gotta get
Ooh,
a little.
perfect timing.
I gotta get a dongle, but
Yeah,
so I
you
could
you wanna borrow mine?
not dangle, dongle.
Oh, it doesn't dangle; it just pokes out. Anyhow, love you,
Mine
man.
goes swoosh,
Oh, you wrap it
whoosh.
around your waist like a belt.
I think I just spit on my mic and everything.
That's all right. It's your mic.
Spit on the mic.
Um, Thank you to everybody that's watched the Oddly Enough podcast. If you have not yet done so, leave a message in the comments section, like it and share it, and do all the little fun things that are, they put these buttons on these apps for a reason. Let us know how you feel about the show in the
Mm-hmm.
comments. I think I would like to know, although I'm gonna pass that on to Tristan because I don't fucking read
I
the
read the
comments.
comments and I do comment back.
Yeah, I'm
So if
a
you see
very
anybody commenting, most likely it's me.
Yeah, very fucking rarely I will comment. But at
Yeah.
any rate, like I said, thank you. Go follow his Instagram. It's Undiluted Vision on Instagram, and then Urban Curse, Urban spelled with an E,
Curse
and
with 2 R's.
Curse with 2 R's.
Trust it'll be at it. It's gonna pop up on the screen.
It'll pop
You'll
up.
see it.
You'll
Trust me,
see
you'll
it.
pop.
Trust me, you will see it. And then, maybe go check my page out if you're feeling froggy. I got a couple of them: Graybeard Photo Co. and the
Couple of
Graybeard
my ass.
Podcast.
Shit, you got a whole lot. Ain't no
I got a
couple.
bunch, but the other ones I don't really look at. Those are the only two.
I can dig it.
So, at any rate, well, we will see you next time, and maybe we'll, hopefully, we're coming down from that last podcast that we uploaded, and so we're just kind of trying to be better. So, me especially, because I was going off. I like
Me
that
too.
Jim though.
Same here.
I
The
like that.
unfiltered Jim. I like the
Well,
unfiltered.
yeah, and not to get into a whole nother conversation because I know we need to wrap it, but
Mm-hmm.
you just can't be worried about what the fuck people think about you these days. I don't have enough fucks to give.
Just be respectful at it. That's it.
That's it. That's all.
Opinion, respectful opinion, y'all. So
That's it.
leave respectful opinions in the comments, man. We definitely gonna get back at y'all.
Yeah. All
Because if
right.
disrespectful, I'm gonna definitely disrespect you.
Nice. All right, y'all. See ya.